Tries to pull it. Right there, you can see her arm coming back. Doesn't work. Now watch the roll. Hey, let me take you back 2 hours in time to when Trump first arrived in Paris so this makes sense to you. All right, he's getting out of the car. He sees Macron. Now, Trump will not be one-upped. If anyone tries to display any kind of power or authority over him, immediately he feels the need to put them in his place. What we're gonna see right here is a constant battle throughout the weekend between him and Macron. It starts here and it goes downhill and it starts to involve Macron's wife. I'm gonna point out something here in the second scene that nobody saw, and it's really, really telling. You're gonna think it's interesting. But right here, let's see what happens. Friendly, a little pull, nothing special. For Trump, that's a very calm, casual handshake. Now here's where things go wrong. In about 5 seconds, Macron tries to kind of display the home court advantage, display a little leverage on Trump, and we're gonna watch how he handles it. Actually, right now, let's just keep track throughout this whole video. I wanna show you that when someone does something to spite Trump, he gets them back not only once, but a lot of times twice. So we'll write Trump and Macron. Okay, right now it's even. Friendly, no problems at all. Watch what happens here. So right here, do you see it? Grabbing his hand. So they're walking up. He wants to stop him for more pictures. Look at this weird pinch. It looks like one of those claw grabs for when you're trying to get a toy or a prize. Very strange. And some people would say, oh, he was just trying to stop him for pictures. Well, let me tell you, there's a lot of different ways you can stop someone for pictures. You could tap him on the back. You could say, hey, one last round of pictures. Let's get him. You don't have to grab the hand. Trump does not like that. Now we're gonna watch his face and watch how he responds. Okay, immediately grabs the hand firm and look at his elbow. Why is his elbow this high? It's a display of dominance. Macron doesn't look like a short guy, but Trump is bigger. So he's showing he's the bigger guy, grabbing the hand firm, lifting it up. That face, that's not a typical Trump calm face, smile. He's not happy with this. So this is the first thing that Trump does to get back at him. But watch, that's not enough. He needs to display it again. What did you notice? Who decided when the photo op was over? Trump. And when he did he say, okay, should we go inside? Did he turn and say, hey, let's go? Watch, turns, doesn't even look back and look at Macron. He's like, hey, let's go. So Trump is showing he's the boss. He's the one who decides when it's over. 2 displays of dominance after Macron tried this again. And I'm telling you, this goes on the entire weekend. It's awesome to break down and it's great to learn from. Watch it one more time. It's over, let's go. All right, on to scene 2. Okay, so this is the big stage. This is where there's a lot more cameras and he knows it. What do we see? Nothing. No pull at all. And I'll tell you, this is part of Trump's strategy. That was actually, you saw the first one, a little, he's usually doing something like this, but none at all. But a little bit curious. So let's see what happens next. Okay, right here, did you see that? The Ginger Inspector Gadget is gonna point this out to you. So watch, she tries to pull her hand away twice. You need to watch this carefully. Because Trump is trying to do this, because if you remember, I'm not sure if you saw the other video 5 years ago where they were in Paris and Trump literally yanks him through the streets of Paris and he has his wife's hand too. That's part of it. He's showing dominance to both of them. And watch right here. It's not very clear, but I want you to watch at the end. At first, we'll see if we can zoom in here a bit. Okay, got the hand, still got the hand. And now watch her try to pull away a little bit. And then at the end, she does the old 2-finger cul-de-sac to get it out. That's when you actually roll your wrist to get someone's hand to break it. When you can't quite pull enough, you roll it. The 2-finger cul-de-sac, that's an old oil field joke. AP taught me in the oil field. That's how people wave in the trucks. She curls the wrist to get it out. It's like a jujitsu exit maneuver. Watch this. Tries to pull it. Right there, you can see her arm coming back. Doesn't work. Now watch the roll. The old swim move to get it out. Okay, So that's number one. Okay, so Trump came in real sly, went straight to his wife, and it's not over. Okay, so I was laughing so hard I missed this part. So Macron, when he's showing Trump where to go, he doesn't point, he pushes. He actually grabs him. Watch him kind of grab Trump here after this. Watch this. Grabs the arm and now grabs, and see this push the whole time. Pushing, grabs him, positions him. Kind of like, like a bunch of third graders getting ready for their school picture. Go right here. Trump sees all of this. And again, if you're a fan of the channel, you probably do too. But if this is the first time you see the channel, a lot of people will see this and be like, oh, it's so in depth. Like nobody's thinking that level. Yes, they are. And that's why they are on this stage as high as they can possibly be politically and socially. And most people will never see this stuff behind the scenes. Most people don't understand that your level of status is indicative of how successful you'll be in business, at work, how attractive you're perceived by other people. It's all about status. That's actually why, if you remember, I started this channel about 13 years ago called The Charisma Matrix. It's getting a little dated and cheesy, that name. So I'm actually in the process of rebranding it the Status Lab, because status is at the heart of absolutely everything. So let's watch right here. So Trump now came in, won on his wife, and then Macron positioned him like a third grader getting ready for a picture. So now, but remember, Trump doesn't like to keep it even. He wants to be ahead. He wants to win. Oh, it ain't over. It is not over. Okay, handshake. Now he's going in. Okay, so now you can kind of see it start. All right, the pull, pulls him in, pulls it up. That's pretty normal. Little firm, little bro shake goes up. No, watch this. What he's doing now, I've never seen him do this before. He's luring him in with a false sense of security. So he does this, and then he loosens it up. And watch Macron, because you can't brace yourself at all times. I wish I could stand up, but I'd be out of shot. You can't brace yourself at all times. Otherwise, you look weird and stiff. So Trump does that, the hard thing a few times. And then he loosens up, and Macron loosens up. And right when he does, watch what happens. Pulls him in, yanks him off weight, pulls him off his center. This is classic. One more. Okay, here we go. Into the final scene.
For all peoples. Thank you.
It gets weird from the start. Trump knows he's going in for something here. He knows he's going in for the kiss. And it's a weird, watch this weird handshake thing right here. It's over. Now watch this.
Thank you.
And doesn't know where he's going with the hand. Okay, so what that is, obviously in the French culture, you typically will kiss on both cheeks. But the thing is, my interpretation of this is Trump's leaning into this, joking around with it a little bit. Because first of all, if you're not from Paris, it happens less often. You can still do it sometime. But most of the time in French culture, it's the French person that would initiate that with the person who is in, or the guest. But Trump wants to be the one, once again, he wants to lead. So he decides to lean in and give the kiss. Dude, this is too funny. Like, what was he going to do with his hand? Like, what was he looking to do with his left? I can't even tell. I think he got it caught on his jacket or something here.
Thank you.
Look at his face. Macron, oh man, he does a good job of keeping it together most of the time, but not. So, okay, you see, 5-2. That's what happens, and that's the way Trump wants it to be. He wants it to be 2-1 status in his favor. And if you've got any problems, let's say you're not getting promoted in work enough, or you're not doing well in the dating scene, it's not a problem with height, it's not a problem with education, it's a problem with status. It all boils down to status. I'd highly suggest you check out the new website, charismamatrix.com. You can go to thestatuslab.com and you can learn how to get your status up and therefore improve in all these different levels we talked about. Now, if you're really into this stuff and you want to hear me tell a story about something that happened in my life when somebody was being rude, they were being too loud for the situation, for the environment, I had to decide what to do in front of a bunch of people, I started a new channel. And it's going to be kind of like a podcast, kind of like where I tell my own stories, because I want this channel to be breakdowns of recognizable people, Trump, Elon Musk, celebrities like that. But then a lot of people want to dig deeper and actually learn about these social nuances and how they can improve themselves. So I'll put a link to that video right here. It's a different channel. You can click to check that out if you want to talk to me over there. And I hear this loud voice coming through the front door. And I'm not talking about a voice that just travels. This guy's obnoxiously loud, just completely no regard for everyone else in there.